Hello everybody and welcome back to A Royal Reader. My name is Cici and today we are going to be talking about the 23 books that I want to read for 2023. So a lot of these are going to be books that I already have currently sitting on my bookshelves, and then a couple of them are ones that I have on Kindle Unlimited. So the first book that I have is 9000 by Leigh Bardugo. I've had this book since it came out and I still have not read it, so I think I definitely need to pick it up. What I know about this book is that we have our main character Alex. I think she can see ghosts, or she can do something with her paranormal, and she gets asked if she wants to join this like secret society at Yale University, and hijinks ensue and the love interest is called Darlington. I know that there is a couple of trigger warnings in here, although I'm not entirely too sure what for, so I will be picking those up before I get into it. I have enjoyed Leigh Bardugo's writing in the past, so I need to do it. Next up on the list we have Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. It is a travesty that I have not yet picked this book up. I don't know why I haven't. It has been too long. My friend Charlie probably hates me for the fact that I have not yet read this book, but I want to. So this is a Greek god myth retelling with a focus on the women involved with the Greek myth. So this one is following the Princess of Crete, King Minos and Theseus and the Minotaur, that aspect of the myth. Next on the list is probably like a little bit controversial in a way. I don't know if a lot of people have enjoyed this or not, but I still want to add it on the list because I did buy it, and it is an inspiration for me, I'm not going to lie. So Alex Astor's Lightlark, I'm sure you've heard of this. If you haven't, this is a book that went viral all over the internet, all over TikTok, and it got picked up by publishers, and it is now the like $6 million book series, and it's going to have a movie with the creators from Twilight and like a whole bunch of other stuff. The author posts about it every single TikTok that she makes. This is like a fantasy romance where we have a magic island that comes once every 100 years, and the 6 rulers of the land have to compete to win and sort of get something or other. I can't exactly remember, but 6 rulers of the realm fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. It's an inspiration because she started out just like, you know, every other person, just posting her idea on TikTok, and it sort of blew up and she got, you know, followers from that, so that's why it's an inspiration for me, but I just want to give it a go and see what it's like. Next on my list I have Guild. I have already read this. I need to reread it so I can continue on with the series. This is the King Midas retelling that is going viral all over TikTok. It was originally indie published by Reuben Kennedy, and then it got picked up by Penguin Books, and now it is a massive series basically. So next, Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. I have not read this, and I want to get back into the Mortal Instruments, and I want to be able to finish the Mortal Instruments series and so on and so forth, so I figured I would just start with one of the better ones. Everyone says that this is good. Next up is a series that I have been wanting to read since I first heard about it, but then never picked it up, and I don't know why I didn't. Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. A lot of the people who I have similar tastes with absolutely loved this, so I'm just going to go in with very low expectations. I just want to have a good time. I miss some of the old YA stuff. I miss some of the old YA fantasies, so I just figured, why not give this a go? Next up, on a similar vein with what Guild is, we've got The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I need to do a reread of this before I can continue on with the rest of the series. It has been over a year and a half since, probably almost 2 years actually, since I've read this book. So I definitely need to do a reread of this, and I want to annotate it and write in it and stuff like that. So yeah, plus I read it originally within 24 hours, which was not a good idea. Yeah, I think if I took my time with it and integrated it more, that's not the word I'm looking for. If I just took my time with it and read it slowly, I will probably enjoy it. Next on my list we have a fantasy that a lot of people talk about as a really good sort of fantasy. I'm just sorry, I just like opened the book to a random page and the text is freaking tiny. We Hunt the Flame by Hafeza Fayazul. I've completely butchered that and I am so sorry. I have been interested in it since I first heard about it, and I finally have a copy of it because it was just really hard to get for like some random reason in bookstores and on Amazon. So I finally saw it, I picked it up. I really want to read more diversely, and what a better way to do that with a person that is of color. Plus, we all like a good desert fantasy, you know? Next up, we have a book that everyone and their mother keeps talking about, and I haven't read it yet, and what it involves is a myth that I am obsessed with. Legendborn by Tracy Dion. We got POC representation, we've got dark academia, we've got the myth of Arthur and Merlin, and magic, urban fantasy. Everything that I would like, and I haven't read it yet, and the second book is already out. We have another book that I need to reread so I can continue the series, A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I loved this the first time I read it, because that's what my Goodreads says. Over 5 years since I read it originally, so I don't remember anything. Another one where I have to reread, so this is why I prefer having a whole series in my hands and then just binging the series, because I'll read the first book in a series and then like a year and a half goes by and I'll buy the rest of the series and then go, I don't remember jack shit. So then I have to pick up the first book again and reread it, and then the whole cycle will start again. City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I listened to this on audiobook and I had a really great time. I absolutely loved the audiobook. So I think I'm gonna listen to the audiobook while also reading it physically, and I think that might help me a little bit with like the world building aspects of things. Really want to continue this. Everyone has loved this series, so I want to love it as well. For the last of the physical books, we have Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. A lot of the people who have similar tastes to me have absolutely loved this book, so I want to give it a go as well. This is like whimsical, magical, writing is fantastic and lovely. I want to read this and annotate it and hopefully have a good time. Belladonna by Adeline Grace. Everyone, similar vein, where a lot of people who have got similar tastes to me have really liked this, so I want to give it a go. This is like witchy, gothic, magical, and in this one I think death is actually a character, like a personified character, so interested in that. The Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons. Dragon adult fantasy, need I say more? Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I am like more than halfway through this and I still haven't finished it. I was having an amazing time with this. I don't know why I stopped reading, but I want to continue it, and I will continue it because it's getting creepy, and I stopped reading right at the good part. I don't know why I always do that, but yes. The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan in the Heroes of Olympus. I started reading this when only the first 2 books were out, so I haven't finished the series, so I need to do a reread so I can finish the series. Alright, so now we're moving into the books that I have on my Kindle. So the first one is Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. This is another sort of inspiration, kind of like Lightluck is, where she's, you know, been writing the book for a couple of years and she's now finally published it. This is a fantasy romance, really, really well reviewed so far, and once again a lot of the people who have similar taste to me have really enjoyed this, so I want to give this one a go. Next up we've got Blood Mercy by Vera Roth. These are just like a whole bunch of fantasy romances. I feel like that's the best place to go to for, well, the best place to go to for fantasy romances is Kindle Unlimited, so that's where I'm heading. The next one is Duel with a Vampire Lord. This is the 3rd book in the Married to Magic sort of series by Elise Kova. I enjoyed the first 2 books. The second one I didn't enjoy all that much, but this one is a different vein where we've got, instead of fae and elves, we've got a vampire, so hopefully it's a little bit interesting. Second book in the Bridge Kingdom series, so this is the Traitor Queen. I really enjoyed the first one. I want to know what happens with the second one. I know that the third one follows different characters, so I'm interested to see how this one wraps up with the main characters of the first one. Then we have the Fortuna Sworn series. I need to catch up with this series because the fifth or the 6th one comes out this year. And I need to catch up because the people that I first heard it from had a crazy reaction, and I want to have a crazy reaction. and I missed out on spoilers, so I need to start reading before I get spoiled. So those are all the books that I have on my list for 2023. I'm hoping that I get to these, but like I said, I only have 40 books on my goal for the year, and this is more than half of them. But it's a good thing because these are all on my actual physical TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know what your thoughts were down below in the comments. Let me know if you guys have read some of these and what your thoughts were, and let me know if you think I'm going to enjoy them as well. If you would like to see more videos, then do be sure to hit the subscribe button. The links in the description box for my Twitter and Instagram, so you guys can be notified for when I upload, and you can also stay in touch with me as well. Hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you guys in another video later on.